I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world. And that's our job, is to spark somebody else watching us. We might not be the ones, but let's not be selfish, and because we're not going to change the world, let's not talk about how we should change it.
Nah.
You know, if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody gonna clean it up.
The only timeline that is yet to be seen is Eren saving himself, first and foremost. Guess what happens when Eren is able to save himself? Literally put everything in the right order of events for him to finally liberate himself, and thus, by him giving himself empowerment, he can then liberate the planet. He can literally clean the planet for incoming souls. And that's exactly what he's doing with the rumbling. He completes the rumbling. Guess what? Now he's able to accomplish Mikasa's aspirations. Mikasa wants to prosper and enjoy her time with Eren, her significant counterpart. What does that mean? Listen closely. When she snapped out of the hypnotic state that she was in, guess what happened? She accepted Eren's death. And when she accepted Eren's death, guess who came in to save himself? Eren came in to save himself. Not only save himself, but saved her. And gave her what? What did Eren give her in the anime? Liberty. For her to move forward. Zeke already confirmed that her sentiments for Eren was never about her being controlled by Ackerman blood. No, she genuinely had sentiments for Eren. And Eren has genuine sentiments for Mikasa. So that's the thing. Eren, first and foremost, had to save himself in order for him to be able to liberate himself and his loved ones. So he can finally prosper with his loved ones. Eren is now able to move forward with his loved ones. His woman Mikasa and his best friend Armin. Think about it. If you look at Lost Girls, look at that. She snapped out of it. She accepted that, hey, it's inevitable for me to stop Eren's death. It is what it is, right? She's going to still care for him. It is what happened at that moment. He saved himself. He put himself in the position for him to get the Titan powers. He saved himself so that he can make it. So now let's take that and now let's put it in the context of the most crucial, pivotal moment that Eren's going to influence. In the manga, what happened? Eren influenced them to kill him for their sake. So in the OVA, he pushed Armin away. Eren died. He saved Armin, pushed Armin away, and allowed himself to die. Eren allowed himself to die. Guess what? In the manga, what did Eren do? He pushed Armin away and let himself die to yet again save Armin. Okay? Twice, right? Now in the anime, what did Eren do? Now this is the third time. Eren pushed Armin out of the Titan's mouth and allowed himself to die. Now guess what's the key difference now? Eren saved himself. What did Eren do? He gave himself the Titan powers and everything else. So he can finally liberate himself and thus be able to liberate the world and also liberate his friends. By him completing the rumbling, he is destroying all those corrupt, outdated thought forms that were being thrown by corrupted souls that have a very visible, corrupt, disgusting chain of command that were answering to energetic parasites. And if you lack comprehension as to what energetic parasites are, you're going to have to figure it out at your own time as you boost your levels of awareness and your knowledge into planetary history and especially what's occurring right now on the planet. It's up to you to figure out why Eren is ethically going about legally eradicating certain parasites that were giving humanity and specific groups a bad name, causing damage to countless vulnerable minds until Eren makes sure he puts a stop to that nonsense. And you, the listener, there's a parallel where you have to empower yourself enough for you to take some responsibility in the planet you exist in. Because there's parallels there. I'm not going to say anything. If you're curious, you can check out the other videos on the channel, or you can go to Superior Siege Official. But a lot of nasty problems are to get legally stopped, legally eradicated, and there's tons of problems that are to be resolved. There's tons of nasty problems that are to get stopped and legally eradicated for obvious reasons. Look at that beautiful parallel. Eren is literally making sure he completes a rumbling, liberates the planet for incoming souls, so he can finally prosper and move forward with his loved ones. So what is he gonna do now? So like, really look at that. So Mikasa accepts that it's inevitable and that Eren has to die, blah, blah, blah. And then Eren saves himself yet again and shows her, okay, yeah, I saved myself, I liberated myself, I liberated the planet, and guess what? I liberated you guys. So you guys don't have to go through that. You guys don't have to go through that misery. You guys don't have to go through outdated cycles that get stopped, that cease to exist. He literally is putting a stop to those outdated cycles that cannot exist. He's literally making sure that his loved ones don't have to go through outdated cycles that cease to exist. Because Eren ensures those corrupt, outdated cycles cease to exist. And that's done by him empowering himself. Him looking at all the experiences around himself, taking all the memories, all the experiences that have existed on the planet, and him pulling that into himself and making the best right choices he can make, which is beautiful because it's a parallel to you. You're the one that determines, you're the listener, you're the one that determines who you are to be, who you can be. Anytime you pick up certain information or certain skills and that shapes your behavior, guess what? You're becoming a different version of yourself. That's so beautiful. And there's so much more that Isayama might notice he's done, or maybe he might not notice he's done. But he's a conduit for something much higher. And he's used the ability of quote-unquote storytelling to spark the minds of millions of souls. Just like many beautiful co-creators spark the minds of millions of souls. It's so beautiful. And the thing is, the word story and telling will cease to exist, but the concept will always exist. What's the concept to you? Once more, you the viewers are invited to question, what is the concept to you? What is your level of awareness? Look at those three. Everything that was said right here, look at those three. So it's already even more confirmed that Eren is going to have to save himself. It makes too much sense. Mikasa went through that whole entire thing. She was tormented, hurt, all this stuff. And then she accepted that, damn, she can't save Eren. No matter how much she tries, she can't. Because he has to save himself. And the choices he makes, those are the choices he makes. So Eren made the choice to push Armin out the blimp. Hey, in the outdated manga timeline, Armin told Eren, oh, bro, let's save you. We can still save you. What did Eren say? Oh, nah. He feels as though he took too many out and that they would probably want themselves to be saved too. But guess what? That Eren, that version of Eren, didn't know any better. Because, bro, the only way for you to atone is for you to live. Live for those souls and live for the incoming souls. Did Kenshi Himura take himself out? No. Kenshi Himura from Rurouni Kenshin continued to live on to atone for all those lives. So logically, Isayama is to do justice to Eren's character. Logically, with all the information Eren's character has, Eren knows he's supposed to live. He's supposed to move forward with his loved ones. Eren allows himself to die for Armin's sake. Then what happens in the manga? Eren goes and does it again, time and time again. And then guess what? In the manga, Eren realized, damn, it's a waste. If I, towards the end, only stop at 80% and allow Armin to live on, guess what? Armin didn't solve anything. He didn't put a stop to the corrupt nonsense that can't exist anymore. So that old, outdated manga timeline ceased to exist. And Eren gained all of the memories, all the experiences of those past timelines. And in the advanced anime timeline, adult Eren with all the awareness he has. That's why he's been finessing all these intelligent characters and moving towards liberating himself, making sure he completes the rumbling so incoming souls will be liberated. Because why would you allow 20% of corrupted souls to exist in that 20%? Why would you allow corrupted souls to exist in that 20%? Because if corrupted souls are still in there and you see who those corrupted souls answer to, you're going to see they're going to keep doing the same old nonsense they do, which is damage vulnerable minds. So why would you allow that in there? So what's the obvious solution? In order for you to save the billions of incoming souls, you have to make sure that all the corrupted souls get legally eradicated. And when we say corrupted, we're not talking random. We're talking about like facts, like what you can see. Who do they answer to? Why do they desperately seek to cause vulnerable minds to be pawns to themselves, others in the atmosphere? Why do they literally prey on vulnerable minds? Why are they so disconnected? Why do they have their senses dulled? Can you answer that? It's very easy to see. But we give you clues here at Non-Dick Comics. I'm not going to give you the answers. If you want to go, if you want to go to Superior Teacher Official, you can go there. This right here, you're listening to this, you still got to walk a whole entire lifetime. But the information that's being said here can make or break who you are to be later on and how empowered you become. So with that said, make sure you're thinking. Make sure you're thinking and that you're aware of who are the corrupted souls and the energetic parasites those corrupted souls answer to blindly. Disconnected, following outdated scripts you can see cause nothing but damage pointlessly. And when you get into the specifics, you see it's very simple. Those that follow corrupt, outdated ways of thought, corrupt, outdated psychology, and are stuck below level 3 levels of psychology. They don't have higher perspective or constructive higher levels of thought. They're stuck below level 3 because the energetic parasite needs you to be stuck below level 3. If you go above level 3, let's say you get to level 4 and beyond, guess what? The energetic parasite cannot prey on you because your mind is too empowered. You're financially liberated. You don't fold. You've grown too much in your levels of awareness. So it literally cannot prey on you. It can't. It can't scheme. It can't hurt you. It can't hurt your loved ones. So what does it do? It desperately has to make an atmosphere, an area where it can prey on vulnerable minds. And that's what you see. And there's so much more can be said. But the clue here is, because it's not going to give you everything, you have to think for yourself. The best teacher in life is experience. So no matter how much talking there is in this video, there's some people that just are not going to get it until they themselves go through enough experiences for them to then comprehend all the clues that have been provided within this video talk. When you first and foremost develop yourself, you empower yourself, you become a constructive co-creator, you develop your heart, you develop your brain, you develop enough to have compassion, consideration, and higher levels of awareness to the point that you do recognize naturally when you develop, you're going to have loved ones. You're going to have those you care for. You're not going to want the planet polluted. You're not going to want that. You're not. You're not going to drown in trauma. You're not. You're not going to try to change your brief planetary body. You're not going to do that. Because you comprehend exactly what's been going on the planet. And you comprehend. And you have higher levels of awareness. You see exactly what's going on. You see who's doing what and why. When you develop enough, you're going to want to clean this planet. You can have as much money as you want. But the moment someone steps out of your radius that you love, someone you care for, you're not going to want this planet polluted. You're not going to want one of your loved ones walking around and then a vulnerable mind is corrupted and turned into a problem that then harms your loved one. You're not going to want that. So comprehend what's the big responsibility and how you interconnect. Are you going to be part of the problem or are you going to be part of the genuine solution? And this is why it's just, there's parallels and you got to see it. Are you going to become a constructive co-creator? That's the question. You came in for Attack on Titan, but now you got to also look at the parallels related to Attack on Titan. Because guess what? The writer of Attack on Titan accessed a whole entire other world. But guess what? That writer exists in the planet you exist in. So you're going to have to see the parallels. You're going to have to make the connections. And you're going to have to see where you are. How strong is your radius? How strong are you to protect yourself and others? Can you constructively expand? How strong is your circle of life? Have you expanded that? Who are you interconnected to? And how does that shape the reality you're in briefly? What reality are you finding yourself into? who is in your circle. Look at that. Because you have a choice in that. You have a choice whether you're going to allow yourself to be preyed on or you're going to become strong enough to where you empower yourself and you constructively expand with those that will add value to your life and constructively expand with you. Only you, the listener, you're going to have to make that choice. You can improve. It's your choice. No matter how much anyone else, it's your choice. Just like no matter how many times Mikasa may care and love and adore Eren, she cannot make the choices he makes. He makes the choice whether he wants to give up his life or whether he wants to put his life to use.
And Eren knows, bro. Eren knows. Eren knows. He's wasted his life too many times in the past. He now has to value his life. He has to now prosper. That's what he has to do. He's given up his life too many times in the past. That never worked. Now he has to value his life, put his life to use. Yes, he's going to complete the rumbling and he's going to atone for what he did. He's going to help incoming souls. He's going to help himself first and foremost, liberate himself, liberate the planet for incoming souls, and move forward with his loved ones. That is what Eren has to do. That is what literally fits his character. He's already given up his life too many times in the past. That never worked. The only answer now is for him to win, complete the rumbling, win, get his body, and move forward, prosper with his loved ones.
In the blimp and the Lost Girls, Eren gave his life for Armin. Okay. In the manga timeline, Eren gave his life for Armin. Armin wasted it. Didn't even stop anything, didn't do anything, that nonsense, right? Paradise got the short, nonsense. Armin, nonsense. So, advanced anime timeline, what does Eren do? With all the awareness he has, he's now making the moves, the power moves to liberate himself first and foremost. So he can then liberate the planet for incoming souls and prosper with his loved ones. And this time around, he's making sure that he has Armin around because he wants Armin, because Armin is intelligent enough to help the incoming souls. This is why Eren wants to be there with his loved ones. He wants Mikasa at his side. Mikasa was going to give up. Just like she gave up and was accepting that Eren was going to die, blah, 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 within Lost Girls, well, then she stepped out of that, and then she saw that, oh, Eren was dead, blah, blah, blah. Guess what happened after that? When she was about to die, Eren rushed in, bam, saved her. Not only did he save her, but he saved himself. It's so symbolic, especially when you see he literally put himself in the position to not only save himself, not only liberate himself, but liberate the planet and also liberate his loved ones. So beautiful.